Welcome back to our channel. Here, we will reveal a vitamin that can help reverse diabetic kidney disease, a high-potassium food that actually helps lower blood potassium, and the dietary change that has helped our patients bring their creatinine back to normal. We are the team of experts from Pure Nutrition. Today, we want to share the story of Sarah, one of our patients. After a decade of battling chronic kidney disease, she has achieved a truly remarkable improvement. Her GFR, which was at 48 in stage 3, has now soared to 87, well within the healthy range. While this achievement required immense dedication from Sarah, the real breakthrough came from a simple yet powerful dietary strategy. This is what Sarah shared. I was in stage 3 for 10 years. In just 3 months, I moved back to stage 2, with my GFR going from 48 to 87. I also struggled with high potassium for years, and the doctors just told me not to eat bananas or tomatoes without explaining the root cause. Now, my potassium is normal and my digestion has improved significantly. The food that helped Sarah is just one of 7 core strategies we'll be sharing today, including that special vitamin for diabetic kidney disease. So, stay tuned. The information in this video is backed by real science. We spent hours digging through peer-reviewed research, and every single reference is linked in the description below. If you find these success stories inspiring and helpful, please support us by liking this video and subscribing to the Pure Nutrition channel. Let's jump right into today's top 7, starting with number 7, potassium. But not the way you've always heard it. We're talking about high potassium foods that can actually lower your potassium levels. Sounds crazy, right? How many times have you heard a doctor say, "Avoid bananas and potatoes or your kidneys will explode"? It's practically become a kidney patient mantra. But here's the truth, avoiding potassium-rich foods might actually be doing more harm than good. When your serum potassium level is high, are you taking angiotensin receptor blockers, ARBs, or angiotensin-converting enzyme, ACE, inhibitors? How is your blood sugar control? And most importantly, how often do you go to the bathroom? Constipation plays a major role in potassium levels. Even many doctors overlook this despite spending more years in school than it takes to ripen a banana. Here's the deal, if you're constipated, your potassium can spike. And cutting out fruits and veggies often makes constipation and potassium levels worse. That's because it's not just about how much potassium you eat, but how long it sits in your gut. Think of your intestines like an Airbnb. The longer the guest stays, the higher the cost. Same with potassium, the longer food stays in your system, the more potassium your body absorbs. That's why we recommend Sarah eat dragon fruit, prunes, figs and papaya. Not just because they taste great but because they keep things moving better than an influencer scrubbing old tweets after a scandal. These fruits aren't just packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber, they're also natural allies against constipation. This doesn't mean you should go stockpile papayas. The point is, restricting high potassium fruits should be a last resort, not your first move. Now, you might be wondering, wait, what does constipation have to do with my kidneys? Here's how it works. When you're constipated, harmful compounds like indoxyl sulfate and p-cresol sulfate, basically, kidney-damaging toxins, stick around in your gut longer than they should. Instead of being eliminated, they can get reabsorbed into your bloodstream, forcing your kidneys to work overtime to filter them out. In fact, many of the toxins that damage kidneys exit the body through your stool, not just your urine. But there's more. A healthy gut doesn't just move things along, it processes toxins too. A balanced gut microbiome actually helps break down some of these harmful compounds before they ever reach your kidneys. So, supporting your gut health means supporting your kidneys. But here's the catch: constipation isn't the only problem. For many people, gut inflammation is a hidden issue often caused by medications that damages the gut lining. This makes it easier for toxins to slip into your bloodstream, triggering inflammation and placing more strain on your kidneys. That's why fruits like dragon fruit, prunes, figs, and papaya are so valuable. They help keep things moving. But if your gut is inflamed, even the best fruits won't help unless that inflammation is addressed first. So, the big question is, what foods actually reduce gut inflammation and support a healthy microbiome? When it comes to healing the gut, the most powerful plant foods are those rich in prebiotic fiber, polyphenol, and natural antioxidants. Think oats, flax seeds, chia seeds, berries, especially blueberries and raspberries, and of course, leafy greens. These foods don't just nourish your body, they help calm inflammation and strengthen your gut lining in the process. But there's more gut health than just fiber. To feed the beneficial bacteria, the tiny microorganisms that literally consume gut toxins, you'll want to add fermented foods to your diet. These friendly microbes are like your body's built-in cleanup crew, and unlike the city garbage truck, they're never late. Foods like kimchi and sauerkraut are great options, but a quick heads up, they can be high in sodium, so moderation is key, especially for those with CKD. Looking for a better option? Coconut yogurt. It's dairy-free, sugar-free, sodium-free, and phosphorus-free, and it's loaded with MCTs and live LE probiotics. It's like regular yogurt, but with a kidney-safe twist. Keeping track of all these dietary details can feel like playing 4D chess against your own body. But you're not in this alone. I offer personalized, one-on-one consultations where we cut through the confusion and build a practical, science-backed plan tailored to your labs, your symptoms, and your stage of CKD. Alright, let's move on to kidney-protecting diet hack number 5. Replace excess protein with fiber, especially if you're managing diabetes. Now, this one's for all the keto warriors out there, ready to smash their keyboards whenever I mention something that didn't moo. There's a lot of online noise suggesting that eating more protein helps stabilize blood sugar and prevent insulin spikes. One peer-reviewed study titled "Combining Protein and Carbohydrate Increases Postprandial Insulin Levels but Does Not Improve Glucose Response in Patients with Type 2 Diabetes" makes it very clear, when people with type 2 diabetes add protein to their meals, insulin levels go up, not down. Not exactly the magic blood sugar fix you were promised, right? But it gets better, or worse, depending on how much steak is in your freezer. That same research shows protein can actually reduce insulin sensitivity. So, more protein plus more calories? Not ideal for a condition fundamentally driven by excess calories and insulin resistance. So, what does help? Fiber. Specifically, soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is what protein wants to be when it grows up. It improves gut health, protects your kidneys, and here's the kicker: it actually reduces insulin spikes. That's real metabolic support. Foods like oats, beans, lentils, apples, chia seeds, and psyllium husk can do far more for your blood sugar than another grilled chicken breast ever could. So, which fiber-rich foods actually help fight diabetes? First up, avocado. It's low in carbs and packed with soluble fiber, making it one of the best fiber-to-carb ratio foods out there. A total win for blood sugar control. Next, don't underestimate non-starchy veggies like Brussels sprouts and carrots. They're low in calories, high in fiber, and perfect for anyone watching both blood sugar and waistline. But if you're looking for one food that could seriously move the needle on your next lab report, swap your morning bacon for oatmeal. Yes, oatmeal. It's one of the most studied foods in metabolic health, with research showing benefits for blood sugar, cholesterol, and even overall mortality. Oats have so much scientific backing, you'd think they graduated med school. Alright, time for tip number 4, the vitamin that helps stop diabetes in its tracks. In a recent study of 59 patients with diabetic kidney disease, stage 3 CKD, those given just 400 milligrams of this single vitamin saw a significant drop in creatinine levels in just 2 months. And while this study focused on early-stage patients, the benefits of this vitamin may extend to more advanced stages as well thanks to its role as a potent antioxidant that protects both kidneys and blood vessels. So, which antioxidant-rich vitamin can help lower creatinine levels in people with diabetes? I'm talking about vitamin E. Vitamin E isn't typically recommended in high doses for people with CKD. Why? Because it's fat-soluble, meaning your body stores it, and too much can build up over time and cause harm. That's why you shouldn't take regular high-dose vitamin E supplements on your own. Instead, you have 2 safe and effective options. Choose a renal multivitamin that includes vitamin E in appropriate amounts. Or better yet, get it from food. Sunflower seeds. Just 1 ounce gives you about 66% of your daily vitamin E needs. That's a small handful with a big impact, especially for CKD patients. Why does it matter? Because antioxidants like vitamin E protect your kidneys by fighting oxidative stress, which contributes to kidney damage. And that brings us to diet hack number 3, the power of antioxidants. You'll be hearing a lot more about this in the coming years, because research shows that antioxidants can actually improve kidney function. But here's the key, your body doesn't need mega doses of one antioxidant. It needs variety. So how do you get that variety? Simple, eat the rainbow. Brightly colored fruits and vegetables are packed with different antioxidants. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, which protects kidney cells. Blue and purple foods like blueberries and eggplants contain anthocyanins, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Orange and yellow veggies like carrots and sweet potatoes are full of beta-carotene, another kidney protector. And green vegetables, spinach, kale, broccoli are loaded with chlorophyll, a natural detoxifier that supports overall kidney health. Each of these antioxidants offers unique benefits, and together, they become even more powerful. Think of it as a team effort for your kidneys. The more diverse your antioxidant intake, the better the results. Alright, moving on to number 2 on our list, coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10. Let's talk about this powerhouse antioxidant, especially if you've celebrated your 50th birthday, or beyond. CoQ10 isn't just another supplement fad, it's the Beyoncé of antioxidants. When it's missing, everything starts to fall apart. Research shows that low CoQ10 levels are linked to joint pain, muscle aches, bone discomfort, and yes, even kidney damage. One study put it clearly, CoQ10 deficiency in kidney tissue results in nephrotic syndrome and renal dysfunction. In simple terms, no CoQ10, no kidney function. Deficiency is especially common in people over 50. And even more so if you're taking statins or beta blockers. So, if that's you, supplementing with CoQ10 isn't optional, it's essential. Now, how do you take CoQ10 the right way? Here's a pro tip, pair it with selenium. Selenium boosts the antioxidant effects of CoQ10, making it more bioactive and effective. If you're already eating Brazil nuts or taking a selenium supplement, that's the perfect time to take your CoQ10. It's a great combo for reducing oxidative stress and protecting your kidneys from damage. And speaking of damage, it's time for number 1, the silent killer of kidney function, phosphorus. This is the one nutrient that's wrecking more kidneys than people realize, and barely anyone is talking about it. Everyone obsesses over potassium, while phosphorus runs wild, quietly causing chaos. Honestly, if I had a penny for every time a stage 4 CKD patient's phosphorus went unchecked, I'd have enough to launch a fragrance line called Ignored by Doctors. Here's the problem: elevated phosphorus levels wreak havoc. They calcify your arteries, damage your thyroid, irritate your skin, and accelerate kidney decline. If you're experiencing constant itching, don't be so quick to blame allergies. It might be your phosphorus levels screaming for attention. Unfortunately, many doctors don't routinely monitor phosphorus like they should. But you can and should take control. And that wraps it up for today. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of your kidneys, and as always, God bless you all. See you next time.